It's Song Talk Radio.
Welcome to Song Talk Radio, the show with songwriters talking to other songwriters about the craft of songwriting. We share tips, tools, and techniques, and together we all become better at writing songs. I'm your host, Neil Modi, and with me, my co-host, Phil Emery. How you doing, Phil?
I'm doing well. I'm a little worried that Amazon may not be making all the deliveries on time all the way out here in St. John's. Things do take longer. So in Toronto, you get it the next day. Sometimes it can be like 1 or 2 weeks here. So
wow, even with Prime.
Even with Prime sometimes, yeah. So,
yeah. Well, it's a good thing they're not relying on Canada Post anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
You wouldn't get it till like April.
That is true.
Gee whiz. Well, fingers crossed for you there.
Yes. It's might be a little bit of a bear Christmas, but that's okay.
Bear Christmas. Is that a
There's
black bear or a brown bear?
Which bear is best?
The bear is best.
Yeah.
It's a tongue twister. Okay. All right. And for everyone else, please send your comments and questions to @SongTalkRadio on Facebook or Instagram, or feedback at songtalk.ca for the email, and we'll share your thoughts on the show. And please visit songtalk.ca to see the show post for this episode, to find links to resources we mentioned, and to download lyric and chord sheets to follow along with the songs that we feature. Tonight, we're happy to once again be showcasing the third batch of our listeners and previous guest answers to the Songwriting Challenge for 2024 to write a holiday song.
Yay!
Right on. So this is 3 out of 4 batches we're doing for the challenge.
Stuff.
And yeah, it's amazing. There's the listeners have been sending in their songs, and we've just got so many of them. It's so encouraging and so awesome to hear everyone answers.
Oh, and they're great songs too.
Yeah, they're fantastic songs. Our listeners are the best, and our previous guests, of course.
Yes.
Okay, let's get rolling into it. We're going to start off with Gerben Westerveld and his song "Christmas Love." And Gerben wrote to us and said, "This is my song for the Songwriting Challenge. I spent a lot of time thinking about exactly what I wanted to write about. Christmas is always a bit tricky. Still, I didn't want it to be a sour song. I thought maybe I should just combine the two forbidden topics, Christmas and love, into one song. This is what it turned into. The song was more or less done in a week or two. By the way, it's kind of weird to write about Christmas in the middle of summer, but then I spent endless hours fiddling to get the vocals right. Of all my talents, singing is definitely not my greatest. I'm actually curious to see how it turns out if someone who can sing well takes it on." The chords are simple: C, A minor, D minor, and F, with the occasional 7th or 9th chord, but that's about it. I always enjoy listening to the podcast. Thank you, and keep up the good work. Thank you, Gerben. That's awesome. We got a fan there.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, I think Gerben submitted to our challenge last year or the year before or something. So
I think so, actually.
He's been a long time listener.
Yeah.
All right. And okay, so, and once again, folks, so remember, check out the show post for this episode. You can download the lyric sheets and follow along with the songs tonight. So let's take a listen to Gerben Westerveld's answer, Christmas Love.
Table is fine. Family gathers for this special time. The smell from the kitchen and the taste of the wine. Long forgotten stories that go way back in time. I know that this is Christmas. Forget all the noise, 'cause Christmas is the best time to love you the most. It's a beautiful illusion, but just hold me close, 'cause Christmas is the best time to love you the most. Everybody's smiling, I'm a little left behind. Wrap your arms around me, ease my troubled mind. Why am I complaining? There's no reason to be sad. I might be bad at Christmas, it's the best I ever had. I know that this is Christmas, forget all the noise, 'cause Christmas is the best time to love you the most. It's a beautiful illusion, but just hold me close, 'cause Christmas is the best time to love you the most. I know that this is Christmas, forget all the noise, 'cause Christmas is the best time to love you the most.
Yeah, it's
Lovely.
great.
Yeah, what a
I
lovely
love
tune.
how clear the chorus is. Like, you really know the chorus is the chorus, and it really comes in strong.
Yep.
It's not a huge tonal center change, but the way he handles it, it's really, like, it's very clear that there's the chorus, and there's kind of this energy buildup, which I thought was really nice.
Yeah, and the melodies are much more sing-songy in the chorus.
Yeah.
Like, especially the Christmas is the best time to love you the most. Like, it's
Yeah.
really a lovely shape to the melody on that line, and it really caps off the chorus in a nice way.
Yeah, it's interesting because the chorus is kind of a classic two-stanza chorus. You know, you have the lines repeated. And it's like, forget the noise, Christmas is the best time to love you the most. I was hoping for a rhyme there, because there's a rhyme in the second stanza.
Yeah.
Just hold me close, which it works really well. But I think you could tweak that line and get a better rhyme, because it's a really strong chorus.
Yeah, I feel like now that I'm looking at it, you're absolutely right. I did notice that as well. The noise and the most didn't rhyme.
Yeah.
But you only notice that when you notice the rhyme with close and most.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. And then you think back and wait a minute, it didn't go that way the first time. I wonder. I mean, if this is supposed to be a love song, I know this is Christmas. Just hold me close. Christmas is the best time to love you the most, and just repeat that.
You could actually.
I kind of wonder about forget all the noise and beautiful illusion. We're kind of going to other places that maybe feels more like a verse to explore those different things.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
But the chorus, if they want the chorus to be pure love song, I know this is Christmas. Something, just hold me close. Maybe I don't know. You know what I mean? Like it could maybe be a 4-line chorus, but make it a love song. But the other thing that irked me a little bit about this song, I think the like especially when the message of the chorus, Christmas is the best time to love you the most. It's clearly a love song between two people, right? And the first two verses sound like family gatherings, and he even says it explicitly: the family gathers.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
for this special time. Like I would have liked it if candles are burning, table is fine. You're coming over for this special time. Like I wanted him to deposit the you in the first couple of verses, right? It's just set up the story with the you, and then Christmas is the best time to love you the most. Like if it's an I and you song, then why are we all about family stuff in the beginning? He gets into a little bit more into that in verse 2. You wrap your arms around me after I'm feeling well left behind. Like that's kind of nice. No reason to be sad. I may be bad at Christmas, but it's the best I ever had. How about you're the best I ever had?
I was going to say that you're the best I've ever had.
Yeah.
So my thought about that is the first verses kind of sets the scene.
Yeah.
And then the second verse is like everyone's smiling, but I'm a little left behind. And I think sometimes people can feel a bit out of sorts around other people who are having supposedly a good time. So I think that it doesn't trouble me as much because the third one, I think maybe I'm also hoping for a third verse. It's because I really like the song, and it's only 2:38. So I think you could do another verse because I think it's a really strong song. even though he repeats the last chorus. Yeah, because I don't mind that. It's like, you're setting up the scene in the first verse, and then the second verse is a bit more about, feeling a bit off, and then having this person.
I think that's fine. Setting the scene in the first verse or two, I think it's fine. I just want to see the you in there.
Yeah.
That's all. Instead of family gathering, you're coming over. That's it.
Yeah, that's true, actually, because the you only does appear in the chorus.
Yeah. Like, you don't know it's an IU song until the chorus hits.
Yeah.
And it's just a little tweak, I think, that would just drop the you in there once, and you're good to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm always thinking, back to the classic holiday songs of, chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not a you song. That's very much of a painting a picture song. But it's interesting.
Yeah.
But it's great melodies,
Yeah, beautiful melodies, and it's something I realized when we did the launch episode for this song, and Melanie Peterson, our guest for the launch episode, she was talking about "I'll Be Home for Christmas." I never really appreciated how it had a little bit of darkness in there, only in my dreams.
Oh yeah.
Right, and I never gave it any thought. I just thought it was a pretty melody and it's a classic Christmas song. But I think even even those older songs, they do have a little bit of darkness, and that's what I like about this one. It does, even the melodies have a little bit of a melancholy feel.
Yeah, it does.
And the second verse gets into "I'm a little left behind, but you wrap your arms around me." Like, it's a little bit of darkness, but then we get back into the happiness. It's really nice.
Yeah, no, it's good. And I think, I think you could put another verse here. I think it's strong enough to do it, or maybe, I don't know if you need a bridge. Just because there's so much musical variety, I don't know if you really need a bridge. But a third verse, I really like, because I like it so much, I kind of want another verse, but that would just be me.
One of the submissions we got, I don't think we played it on the show yet. I think maybe it's up for next week. But the person who submitted was talking about how holiday songs don't typically have bridges.
Okay.
And I'm wondering how true that is, with especially with the submissions we're receiving. I'm noticing how many of them do have bridges, and quite a few of them do have bridges, actually.
Well, they listen to our show because all we ever do is talk about bridges. So
yeah, we're always talking about changes, right? And and I think, I don't know. I mean, with Gerben's song, I feel like the story's there. I don't know if I want a third verse. I mean, what's wrong with a short song?
Yeah, that is true. I mean, I guess, and you can always put in, some kind of a solo or something. I don't know. I like the song so much, it feels sort of like it's over too soon.
Yeah, I get that. It's just leaves you wanting more.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's a great tune, really.
Yeah.
And
beautiful stuff.
I think it's worthwhile tweaking it and polishing it, because this is a really good song, and I can see other people covering it. And I thought you did a fine job on the vocals, actually.
Oh, the vocals were great. The vocals were very heartfelt and pretty and everything. Yeah.
So keep on going.
Yeah, keep it on.
Nice stuff.
Great stuff. Okay, let's move on. John White and Michelle De Palma sent a song called "You'll Be Comin' Round." Not around, "You'll Be Coming Round" without the apostrophe. John White and I guess this is Michelle talking. John White and I started writing together after meeting during an online songwriting course at the Toronto Songwriting School. This particular song came from us joking about writing sappy holiday tunes. So we wrote two songs on completely opposite ends of the emotional spectrum. "You'll Be Coming Round" is the heart-wrenching holiday song. We hope you'll enjoy it. "You'll Be Coming Round." That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It came from a different challenge, I guess, but
Yeah, it is. This is a really neat tune. I'm quite happy with this one. So.
Okay, let's have a listen. This is John White and Michelle De Palma. "You'll Be Coming Round."
Filled with points of light, shoppers mostly gone. The tinsel sound of carols floats in the night. The wind is turning rough. My list is done, something for everyone waiting at home. But I keep thinking that you'll be coming round. You'll be coming round. I keep listening for your footsteps at the door, like you'll be coming round. Christmas Day since life's been broken, what more could we have done? We raise a glass, but no words spoken. All the hearts but one. The bitter cold, the snow coming down. What do you call home? And I just keep thinking that you'll be coming round. You'll be coming round. I keep looking for you, darkening my door, like you'll be coming round. I once believed love could set things right, that learning to forgive could heal the past, that there could ever be an ending to this cold, dark night. There's a gift from me, still in its wrapping by the Christmas tree. The New Year and the months that follow, each setting of the sun. Just when you think the year is over, it's only just begun. The seasons turn and the cold winds sound. The heart is never done. Like you'll be coming round. Like you'll be coming round. Like you'll be coming round.
Nice.
That's gorgeous.
Such a strong chorus.
Mm-hmm. Is it a chorus or is it a refrain?
Well, it's a little long for a refrain, so I think it's very distinct because it's a very distinct musical phrase. So I think it is a chorus.
Yeah, I think. I mean, even a refrain can be a distinct chorus, but a distinct melody. But it's interesting because we have the lyric sheet. Of course, you can see the lyric sheet as well on the website. But they've grouped it all in in under one verse. But I think you're right. It almost feels like a verse, a very short pre-chorus, and then the meat of the idea, the hook, right?
Mainly, I think it's kind of a chorus because you could repeat those 4 lines and it would work really, really well. In fact, I would probably do that because I think it is so strong. That would sort of make it a bit more hooky. One interesting thing is sometimes when we've all been trying to write lyrics, and we'll have a lot of words in the line, we'll kind of rush them.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like you're kind of rushing a bunch of words to get it into your melody. But this one doesn't feel that way. There's sometimes there's lots of words rushed in that line, but it doesn't feel like they're rushing. Mm-hmm. It feels like it's part of that da 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 kind of melody, right, which is really nice. It's like actually, like if it didn't have that, you would sort of miss it.
Oh, absolutely. That's what really gives these melodies their identity.
Yeah.
Like it's really the melody itself is a strong character in this thing, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And just those rhythmic differences and things like that. And you're absolutely right that everything just falls into place and nothing feels rushed or hesitant or not. Like everything's very carefully crafted here.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is about that bridge. Every time they go into that bridge, it just gives me chills. Like it's just a
great bridge.
Beautiful transition.
Yeah.
And I once believed love could set things right. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah, it's a great tune, and definitely add some more of that chorus because that chorus is so strong.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
if
They do repeat at the
too.
very end. They do repeat that just like you'll be coming around, like you'll be coming around. But you're right. The whole
That whole
four
line, yeah.
things about like I'll be listening for your footsteps at your door, like you'll be coming around. Like the whole thing
Oh
is
yeah.
such a beautiful unit in and of itself that it's worth repeating. Yeah, the whole
Yeah,
lines.
yeah. It's definitely a fantastic song, and you could definitely shop this one around. I think because
I think so. It's got a bit of that like cinematic epic
yeah,
feel, but it also has a bit of melancholy. Like they said they wrote two songs at opposite ends of the spectrum. This one's is this supposed to be the happy one? Because it's kind of melancholy.
it's pretty melancholy, I think.
So I don't know. Is this I got the feeling that they were giving us the happy one.
I hope not, because the other one is really, really sad. Then,
Yeah,
but,
exactly. The other one will be death metal Christmas song.
Yeah, that's a great and again beautiful, beautiful bridge.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. Yeah,
wonderful
very
stuff.
cool. All right, great stuff, John and Michelle. Thanks for submitting to our challenge.
Indeed.
Great stuff. Okay, on to Mr. Stephen Tates, and he wrote a song called "Magic for Me." And Stephen Tates, if you look on the resource page, last year I think it was Stephen Tates was our featured guest for our holiday episode, and he did a holiday song. So he's pretty experienced with holiday songwriting, I think. And he wrote to us, and of course he said, "I've written lots of holiday songs in the last year, lyrics for the full album attached, and I'd like to feature the lead single 'Magic for Me,' which I co-wrote with Johnny Wright from the UK over Zoom. I came up with the idea for a song about all of the mysteries of Christmas, and I have to say that even as an adult, I still want to feel the enthusiasm and joy of childhood magical memories of Christmas." Yeah, so I think Stephen did drop a holiday album this year.
That he did.
I think there were a couple of covers on there, but I think there's quite a few original.
I think it's mostly original, I believe.
I think so, mostly, yeah. Okay, so let's take a listen to Stephen Tate's "Magic for Me."
How do reindeer fly and take a sleigh ride into the sky, defying time and space and dashing all the way? I don't need to know the ins and outs. It's a miracle and I don't know how. I can feel it in the air this Christmas, underneath the mistletoe, hanging up the decorations that King Cole on the radio. I can feel it in the air this Christmas, don't know how, it's still a mystery, and it will always be magic for me. What is Christmas for if we're not those kids anymore? It's easy to not believe, dream of what we never see. I don't need to know the hows and whys. I hope it stays a big surprise. I can feel it in the air this Christmas, underneath the mistletoe, hanging up the decorations that King Cole on the radio. I can feel it in the air this Christmas.
Super
great.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that great little opening hook. That little riff at the beginning works so well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And interesting chorus. A lot of choruses often have two stanzas that are, it's one stanza repeated twice. This one actually has two stanzas, but each one is separate.
Yes.
Just really cool.
Yeah, and it really gives the chorus some really cool shape and just it's just and the progression of it and how it always be like just the end of it is really like I love it when it's not just up like you know what I mean, like someone considers their ending because it is a bit of a surprise. You do expect da 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 at the end.
Yeah, it's true actually,
but
and it really highlights the title of the song.
The title of the song, which sings it a cappella and then goes back into the verse. Really, really crafty that way.
Yeah, it's really good.
I do find it interesting. I really like the first verse. How do reindeers fly? Take a slave, defying space and time. And I don't know. And then the pre-chorus, I don't need to know the ins and outs. It's a miracle. I don't know how. I wanted to hear a little bit more in the chorus. Like the chorus doesn't feel as magical as the verses do.
Okay, interesting.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, I don't know. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
it's catchy and there's a lot of great images there. Underneath the mistletoe, hanging up decorations, Nat King Cole on a radio. It's great.
I love the way he hits Nat King Cole on the radio.
Yeah, it's really well done. But I just we kind of lost the magic. It's like mistletoe, decorations, and radio. Those are very real world things. Like, where's the magic?
Oh, that's true. Well, or maybe that's part of the contrast.
I guess. I mean, like I say, I get it. It's not. I'm not saying it's like, oh, that's terrible chorus. It's a great chorus, but I just felt like especially when it's magic for me. That's the other interesting thing about all the entries we're receiving. I'm kind of taking note about how many of them include the word Christmas in the title.
That's true.
And how many of them don't?
Yeah.
And the other thing I'm noticing is a lot of, I don't know, maybe I'm generalizing, a lot of classic Christmas songs are either in 6/8 time or a 4/4 shuffle.
Okay, yeah.
This song is a shuffle. This is a 4/4 shuffle. And I'm almost curious. I actually had this thought earlier today. I'm almost curious if someone's done a survey, like all the hit songs in pop in general. I know. I think one of the YouTubers I follow, Dave Bennett, maybe did like a thing of like how many hit songs over the last 4 decades or whatever has been 4/4. Obviously, majority of them are 4/4. How many of them are 6/8, and then all the rest, right? But I wonder if you did the same thing for holiday songs. If you find a little bit more in 6/8 or shuffle feel.
That's true, because the shuffle feel does kind of give it a bit. It makes it a bit more happy.
For sure.
It's like it would be hard to do like John White's and Michelle De Palma's song in a shuffle. That would look. It would be really weird. Well, it really would be funny at that point because it would be.
It would be a bit of a caricature at that point. I think.
Yeah, what a great chorus.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but for Steven's song, shuffle's the way to go for sure. Awesome stuff, Steven. Great stuff, and definitely check out his album because it's solid. Like it's really, really cool.
Yeah, and he's like he knows his stuff. He's a very conscious songwriter. He's not just someone who throws stuff down. He thinks about it and it's planned and
For sure.
Very well trained. All right.
Great stuff, Steven. Okay, and finally we have James Clark with his song "Orange Christmas." And James wrote to us and said, songs can come quickly for me at times, other times not so much. Take Orange Christmas as an example of the latter. I first became interested in writing a seasonal song several years ago, but with the holiday season only lasting 6 weeks or so, I find that if I hadn't finished the song by December 25th, I lost interest. So every holiday season for about 4 years, I'd work on my seasonal song. 2 years ago, I brought it to my band, but after playing through it a couple of times, I still didn't feel like it was finished. So I revisited the song again last Christmas to punch it up in places. And in the end, I find I felt like I finally nailed it. This past summer, I decided that I'd like to record the song and release it as an official holiday single. In October, I took my band, the James Clark Institute, into Union Sound in Toronto with producer Mo Berg. Yes, the one and only. Although the majority of my songs are written from personal experience, I swear I did not shoplift at Dollarama, hold up a bank, or get body searched at the mall. Like ho ho ho, you like it. Yeah, so he's got some amusing stories in this. And James Clark, actually, he was our guest. He was a guest on our show years ago when we were back at Met Radio in downtown Toronto at the university. He was our guest way back when. And I just happened to see on the socials that he was releasing a holiday song, and I invited him to submit it to our challenge. So there we go.
His stuff is always great, actually.
Yeah, he's super cool. All right, so this is James Clark and Orange Christmas.
Was the night before, a day full of clamor, shoplifting gifts down at the Dollarama, and lining the lows of the sidewalk Santas. Then a parmesan tree shone bright and impressive. It's up all year long, now they become quite aggressive, but this body search is anything but festive. Oh boy of the world, what have I become when the red glow up on the dead lawn is turning a white Christmas orange? I'm scheming up an orange Christmas, and I'm thinking to myself, Jesus, baby, won't you please come home? Sally sent her what they wish from the lovers. He says you can't buy love with cents and with dollars, so I'm banking on them handing it over. Now I really don't mean any superficial harm, I'm only wrapped up in that artificial charm. All is bright red, all is not calm. Shackled me like a tiny reindeer. They heard me exclaim as we drove out of there. I'm scheming up an orange Christmas, and I'm thinking to myself, Jesus, baby, won't you please come home? I'm scheming up an orange Christmas, and I'm thinking to myself, Jesus, baby, won't you please come home? Fa la 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 la, fa la la la, fa la la la. I thought the la 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 la, I thought the la la, fa la la la.
I love songs that quote other songs. It's one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
And
at least the law didn't win.
I fought the law and the law won. It's so cool.
Yeah. At least you didn't go to the law won in this one.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, super clever.
And what a great hook. The baby, won't you please come home?
Yeah. And that's a really interesting chorus. Skimming up an orange Christmas, thinking to myself, Jesus, baby, won't you please come home? It's so hooky.
Yeah, it's a really strong little tune.
Wow.
It's a really fun tune.
Yeah. Is it, I'm not a big fan of Evlis Costello, but does this remind you of Evlis Costello?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think,
Okay.
He's a fan of Evlis Costello, as am I, and all people who are good.
Okay, fair enough. After I just got saying I'm not a big fan. I don't know his stuff. I've never been exposed to his stuff really, for the most part. But yeah, but there's a strong storytelling element, a lot of cool images, shoplifting at the Dollarama and Santas, and then what have I done? And I'm saving up an Orange Christmas. It's really cool. Like it's such an original idea and kind of.
And the Jesus Baby, Won't You Please Come Home is again an original take on a somewhat. The issue with all these holiday songs is trying to find something that hasn't been done, and people definitely have in this show especially. But he does a great job here. It's his stuff is always great and always worth a listen if you ever go to his website. It's well worth worth it.
Sure. Yeah. He's great artist for sure.
What fantastic entries.
Yeah. Our listeners and guests are so awesome. My God, such good stuff. All right. Yeah, okay. I think I'm hearing the band, and that's about all the time we have for tonight on Song Talk Radio. Special thanks to our listeners and past guests. And again, if you didn't hear your song tonight, don't worry, you're in the queue for our next and final episode for this challenge and for 2024. So stay tuned for next week's episode. We're going to do the last batch. We want to hear from you, so please send your comments on Facebook or Instagram to @SongTalkRadio, or send us an email, feedback@songtalk.ca. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel for live performance videos and full episodes, and subscribe today to the Song Talk Radio podcast on your favorite podcast provider. You can find links to all the products, books, and web services we mentioned on the show on our resources page on the website. And please join us at our next monthly Song Talk meetup, whether you're in Toronto for in-person meetups or anywhere in the world for our online meetups. It's free to join on meetup.com and free to attend. Bring a song and a lyric sheet and get constructive feedback from other songwriters. Stop by songtalk.ca for the link. You can follow me at neilmodi.com. You can follow Phil.
PhilEmery.ca.
And be sure to stop by the website, songtalk.ca, to browse past shows and find out how you can be a guest. Thanks for tuning in, and keep on writing. So long.
God bless us, everyone.